What's up, everyone? Daddy Robux here, and today we are continuing our playthrough of Rime of the Frostmaiden. Karis is the DM through the series, so I'm gonna turn it over to her to set us up for today. Go ahead, Karis.
Welcome to the frozen north. South of 10 towns, nestled in the mountains of the spine of the world, Dwergar have built a fortress where they fashioned a dragon out of Chardolan to attack 10 towns. Our heroes defeated that dragon and repurposed the Chardolan, engaging Garn the Smith at Black Iron Blades in Bryn Shander to craft weapons and armor for them. After other errands, the party returned to Bryn Shander to find Black Iron Blades in ruins, the Chardolan gone, and Garn returned to the Dwarven Valley. Following Garn to the valley, our adventure capitalists learned that Dwergar from the fortress were most likely the raiders, and they set off in search. Scouting the fortress, we found the Dwergar alert and watchful. Our heroes landed a short distance away, tangled with local creatures, were scouted by the Dwergar, and approached the fortress on foot, finding a surprising ally at the front door to let them in. As I move us to the fortress map, when we last left off, our adventure capitalists had cleared the forge area here. Yep. Down here. There we go. And are catching a quick breath as they decide where to go next. They have found a store of Chardolan being reformed into a new dragon, though the new crafting feels wrong to our magic users. And we have a cluster of frightened Krigoths here to the south and a couple of guards that fled to the east, pursued by Tally's ghost. So as you think about what you want to do, I will let Tally's here know what happened to this map. While I fix the map, and then I will narrate to Tally's what his ghost is seeing. There we go. That looks better. Almost. There we go. That looks better. All right. Let me get off the map layer so I do less damage. There we go. Okay. Tally's ghost is over here. Followed the two guards down the hallway and around here where they spoke briefly to something unseen. And then a door opened and they went in and the door closed behind them. What would you all like to do?
Tully's is going to keep his ghost posted over here just in case they try and come out, and just in case they make any noise. If they start talking loudly or anything, Tully's might be able to get a heads up.
Okay. Let's get some more appropriate sounds for the fortress. So Tally's, Landar, and Andwise are working on dismantling the equipment on the platform.
Pretty much.
Oh yeah.
I mean, are we succeeding at dismantling this thing, or is it?
Oh yeah, you're succeeding at dismantling it. You guys are nice and destructive. Totally. Oh, and you did retrieve from the Chardolan stores down here in the bucket. You did retrieve Azatoth's glaive and Landar's sword that had been commissioned from Black Iron Blades. The armor that had been commissioned, which you can't tell if it was all there, but it's essentially been destroyed. Several pieces of it are already worked into the dragon and so forth.
All right, well, there's a lot of this forge left to get through. Which way do we head now? Should we go south? I see an opening down there.
Are we not worried about the guards?
By the Quagnot thing?
I have a spectre that's keeping an eye on some of them that got away. They seem to have gone into a room, and I just have my spectre posted just in case they come back out. Of course, it's possible they could end up somewhere else. But if they try to come back this way, then I'll know about it.
I just don't want us to be attacked more than, if we go down the south and all of a sudden we get a bunch of their reinforcements behind us. Other than that, sure, we can go south.
I mean, we could follow the ghost. Just keep on to the chase.
Let's go south first while we're here. I'm sure if the ghost gives us a heads up, then we'll have to worry about it. But until then, we can just kind of mosey on.
Okay. The Quagoths are all huddled in fear.
I see some dead ones. Am I missing the rest?
It's those ones.
Thank you.
They're bloodied, but not dead.
Yeah, they're all huddled in fear.
So wait, are we trying to go into this room or are we going over here?
What is this white box?
What is this white box? That is where the shaft goes way up. You look up and you can see all the way up to the top. It goes all the way up to the top of the fortress where there's the iron doors above. So that box is the shaft.
Well, what should we do about the Quagoths? I mean, they seem pretty cowed now, but I don't necessarily want them to change their minds and attack us if we end up cornered somewhere.
Landar, where you are, you can see down into this hallway some, and that corridor is lined with arched cells. Each is sealed off with a latched iron gate, and you can just barely see something sort of moving inside of each one.
Well, I'll relay that to the group, and then just, I see something further ahead in what looks like some cells. Do you think that these Quaggoth came from those cells? Should we just kind of start pushing them back towards them?
Oh, let's see what's in them.
Okay. Heading down in there, I'm going to open the door so that you can see what's in them. The iron bars are still there, so you don't have easy access, but coming up close, you can sort of see through. As Andwise walks past the Quagoth there next to him, sort of looks like he's going to open his mouth to say something, and then, nope, turns away. So inside each of those cells, you see a large lizard, a large lizard that is fitted with riding gear. They look kind of uncomfortable, still wearing their saddles and so forth in their cells.
These look like some sort of mounts. Is this a stable?
I mean, if they could fly and then I look up.
These creatures do not have wings.
Food? I really don't know.
All right, the one that was gonna.
Looks like they're kept here either to ride or to pull heavy things. One or the other.
All right. The Quagoth that looked like he was going to say something. I'm going to tap him on top of the head with my pistol and say, "You were saying?"
And these things are like twice as tall as you.
Okay, tap him on the knee then.
But it's very much of Vernian's case. And it has sort of a hissing voice. It speaks. It is difficult to understand. It's a very guttural sort of language. Do you speak Undercommon?
Negative.
I do.
So it sort of speaks something sissy and guttural and dark, and which since Roro is walking back out, asked, what do you mean for us?
What are the beasts for?
The one over by you. I assume you say that in Undercommon?
I do, yeah.
So the one over here closest to you looks a little puzzled.
I point to the cage or the big barred area.
It turns and follows where you're pointing. Looks. Beasts of burden.
You're right. I say in common. Yeah. What do we want to do with them? They also want to know.
Didn't work.
I asked them in Undercommon, were you here kept against your will? Like, what were you doing with the Druger?
We're slaves. We do as we're told.
I mean, so they're slaves. I think we should just let them go.
Well, I mean, how about working for us? But,
Actually working, not being
yeah,
slaves.
exactly.
For
So we
money.
can get down with that. Yeah, I'll offer that. So what if we actually paid you? You didn't have to be slaves anymore. You could come and go as you pleased. But, we're pretty much clearing this place out anyways, so could use some help and people who know the area.
It cringes a little bit. What do you mean by pay? And its glance is looking at your bow and your weapons.
How about some of this? And I pull out like a couple gold pieces, just kind of dangle it in front first.
It looks at you with startled eyes.
You can use this to, buy these other things. Need to work.
Money? Truly?
Money.
And it kind of glances at some of the others, and there's sort of shifting and all among them as they're getting just a little bit agitated.
Tali says, where are they likely to spend any money that we give them? I'm pretty sure that they wouldn't necessarily be welcome in most towns that are going to be nearby.
But if we make a town here with them, then people can come here and trade with them.
You want to make a town?
We have the fortress. You don't think that people are going to come around here when they realize the Druger are gone and, want to do at least some trading? I would assume some trade will.
I suppose, but I'll say now that I'm not interested in running a town. I have other things that I want to accomplish, and I don't want to be tied down to a place like this.
I mean, we're not. But fair enough. I just assumed that they would take care of the business and stuff while we're gone. Kind of be like the keepers, but then we'd actually have a place to come back to that we, ruled.
Well, I can't speak for everybody else, but I'm not interested in ruling a fortress.
one that had been starting to talk with Andwise earlier. So can speaks over to Oro. So can we leave?
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
you truly
well,
wish.
you're free. Do what you want. Leave, stay, whatever. If you want to stay here, though, we'll provide obviously the roof, and you're welcome to eat whatever. I mean, fortress is plenty big. You just don't mess with our stuff.
And one of them mutters something. The one next to the one that had been talking with Roro kind of mutters something to him, which Roro you just barely catch. But what about the sunblights? And all of a sudden they all sort of cringe back down again.
Sunblights. Just kind of give him an eye.
The Lord's here.
Oh, we're probably going to kill them all.
Presumably. This shouldn't be a problem for you relatively soon.
How many more Quaggoth are around here? I mean, if they're all slaves, then we might want to consider not killing them.
I don't think we're going to kill the Quaggoth. I think they were talking about the other ones.
There's us and others over in there, and gestures that direction towards that room.
Are they also slaves?
I'm more willing than others.
Pretty sure if they're gesturing to the room we just came from, they're
Oh, that's right.
already dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those masters are gone. So you should be free.
All right. Well, with that, then Landar's going to kind of start heading towards someplace else, and they don't seem to be of a threat, so he's going to just move on.
Agreed.
We can check out what's up north.
Oh yeah, there's a door up there.
Okay, and as you get up north, as you get closer, this is clearly a prison. I'm going to open the doors because they are barred and you can see into them. Yeah. However, as you come in, the guards there turn to you, and so what do you do quickly before we go into initiative? So
I
these
tell them
guards, the guards are those guys that are sheathed in metal.
everybody in that room except for a few
These
Quaggoth
guys.
are dead. You might want to surrender, or you'll end up just like them.
Growl menacingly.
Azathoth can make an intimidation check. Let's see how intimidating Azathoth is. Azathoth's pretty damn. Okay, these guys are not terribly smart though. These are very not smart. So they stop and blink for a minute. But then this one here starts to swing at Landar, and let's go ahead and go into initiative. Let me hit initiative. There's initiative. Alrighty. And they've got terrible initiative. It is probably not going to make it to their turn. Let's face it. Okay. Looks like we have everybody. I don't know why that never starts for me. Aurora, we're starting with you.
Pop the first one.
Yeah, that's a. Let's see, the first one. Wait, where are you? Wait, you're way back here. You're aiming at that. That's a prisoner in a cell.
Oh, fair enough.
And it's behind bars. You can tell that because it's behind bars. Right. You're back a ways. Right.
Let's see.
That would totally hit, but I will give you a moment to thank you, Warbucks. I'll give you a moment to rethink that and not have done that. All right.
There you go. Sorry about that.
That's a much better target. That is a hit. That's a nice solid hit that goes straight into the shoulder. I don't think you have sneak attack, so that's 7 piercing.
I go first. I should have sneak.
Yes, right. Assassins. Would help if I actually come on, gimme. There we go, -17. All right, that is a nice solid hit. It just goes right through the armor and into the creature within. It kind of shrieks out.
And then I take my secondary attack for a Dread Ambusher.
So then this one goes right through. Let's see. Who'd we lose? There we go. Let's see. That is. Yeah, that one goes right through the eye, and that creature is dead.
And end of turn.
These guys are not going to get their own turn. Giz!
All right, I'm going to slip past Landar, come over here so I can see down the hall. I'm going to take a shot at this closest one.
Oh, Dark Mage has been having computer problems all afternoon. And that is a miss. It just goes skittering by as it goes down the stone wall. Oh, no, it doesn't because it's a laser pistol. Ah! Okay, it sizzles into the stone wall behind the guy.
All right, after that, I'll be moving.
I was sitting here looking at the radiant going, radiant. Why isn't that piercing? Oh, right. All right, and you duck back out of sight behind Landar. Perfect.
And then my homunculus will take a shot at that same one.
And that actually hits, and you can see, well, you can't, you're around the corner, but Landar can see the oomph as it takes the hit for 6 damage, force damage. All right. Okay. And I've lost this. Landar, are you with us here to take your turn? He can't hear Discord.
He's not in chat right now.
He is still in roll 20. Let's move on to Tallies and come back.
Okay. Tallies is gonna keep it simple. Just fire out a chromatic orb at him. It's gonna do
The
lightning
nearest
damage.
guy?
Yeah. Well, I think there's only one that I can see, which is this guy.
Oh, right. Yes, because you are still back in the hallway. Absolutely.
You know what? Just because I'll end up forgetting to use it otherwise, I'll use my inspiration.
Okay.
That's horrible.
Yeah, but it does hit. What kind of damage did you? It says lightning.
Lightning.
Did you actually choose lightning? All
I
right.
did.
And so lightning sizzles down just threading that needle between Landar and the corner of the wall and sizzles right into it, and electricity crackles all over its metal armor. For 7 damage. Oops, that was not right. Uh-oh. How much had it taken before? It had taken from...
Take 6.
It had taken 6. All right. We're at 20. Okay. All right. What else are you doing?
No, that's it.
All right. Brings us to Azatoth. Yeah, I don't see Landar, so
Run
these guys might
forward,
actually survive to
attack.
get a turn. All right, you're going to smush him with the glaive. You are not going to smush him with the glaive. You know what? It's a little narrow in here, only 10 feet in the corridor, and so you keep banging into the walls. But there we go. But you get the range as you swing in the back end of the butt end of your glaive. Does a resounding thwack into him.
That's gonna be it for me.
All right. I don't have Landar back. Okay, so they actually get a turn. Alrighty. So this guy here sort of screeches. The one next to Azatoth sort of screeches in pain, and it looks like these guys are in pain even above and beyond what you guys are doing to them. So it has its a claw on the end of one arm of its armor, and it has its warhammer in the other hand, and so it is going to move forward, and it is going to use the claw against... Oh wait, Landar isn't here. It's not going to move forward. It is going to do both attacks against Azatoth. So we're going to get a claw with one hand that tangles up in your glaive and does not connect. And the hammer comes around the other side and tangles up in the claw, and it does not connect. Meanwhile, this guy, thinking that you are here to let those guys out, and the prisoners in the cells, the one down here by this one starts banging on the walls. It's like, can you get us out? Can you get us out? And this guy comes up. Let's see, he moved 10, 20. He comes into Azatoth's reach, and then he
Okay.
does his attacks on
Yeah.
Azatoth. Do you do a reaction as he comes into your reach?
I will cast a spell because War Master.
Yep.
So we're gonna blast him.
Alrighty, and the first 2 of those hit.
And he gets pushed back 20 feet.
And he moved, let's see, 10, 20. He moved 25, and he gets pushed back to the end of the hall. And what is his movement? Yeah, that's him. Coolness. Okay, so that brings us to back around to the top of the round. Roro.
Like being on a treadmill that punches you in the face.
Exactly what I was thinking too. I was like, oh, that's got to be very terrible for their speed. I will shoot that one with an arrow to put it out of its misery.
It does look miserable.
No sneak. Ooh, maybe a miss.
That will miss. Now that one goes skittering along the wall down further down the hallway. I'm sorry, Endwise.
All right, can I come over there?
So far,
and...
none of these have gotten past Azatoth. Once he got up there, they've not managed to get past him.
Yeah. I'm going to go around the outside of Landar there.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that got shoved back down the hall, I'm going to take a shot at him.
Ooh, that's a nice sizzle that I can't actually see how much it is. 22, 24 it looks like. Yeah, there, dark mode. Yes, you have sneak attack because you have an ally in range, and that's the laser shot against this one next to Azatoth, right? Oh, the one at the end of
No,
the
the one
hall.
at the end.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
the one at the end of the hall that he pushed. So there's no sneak on
right.
that one. I would love the extra 12 points of damage, but no.
That's okay. The radiant's enough to. You've got to say it just goes right down the hall, out past Azathoth, right down into the face of this thing, and burns it out, and the thing falls.
Squish.
Hey,
All right.
Lendar, welcome back.
That will be it for me, and then my homunculus will shoot at the one left standing.
Mm-hmm. Oof. Okay. Ah, come on. There we go. -7, and it does a solid thunk that rattles the guy's head. Okay. Let's see. That would be it for him. Brings us to Landar.
All
So
right.
there are two dead guards in here. One of the prisoners is kind of banging on his cell, saying, "Hey, can you get us out? Can you get us out? Are you here for us?" The one right here has been tangling with the Azathoth, literally tangling. His claw and his hammer have gotten all tangled up in Azathoth's glaive, and he's miserable and he's looking in really bad shape.
All right. Well, we need to get rid of these guards first, since they're not smart enough to be intimidated. So
They aren't smart enough to be intimidated. This is totally true.
I'm going to move closer to this one, hit it with my Charlene's short sword.
And this is piercing. You drive that sword right into its gut, and it sags and falls, pulling your sword down. And we are out of initiative.
Start searching them for the
Walter.
keys, I guess.
There we go. Switch that over there. All right, start searching them for the keys. All right, I know that there is a description here. We got a dungeon. Okay, so this is a pretty dark corridor. Has narrow iron doors along the north wall and two similar doors at each end. An iron crossbar seals each door. Oh, that's boring. Okay. Searching through them, you do find on the one over here, you do find the keys to the iron bars.
Go over, look back. Anybody have any qualms about this, or am I good?
Nope. that
Say again?
doesn't-
All right.
I don't
I
think
turn
any of
around
us
and
would care, right? Like they're enemies of the Duergar, then they don't have any problem with us.
agreed. Just wanted to verify. Turn around. Open
And
the door.
the other cell over here has is doing a light tapping too. It could have sort of in response to the loud banging coming from the one down there.
Yeah, I'll open both of them. I'll open this one first, and then go down and open this one.
Oh, thank you. This one here appears to be kind of a scrawny human that looks like it has the teeth and the ears that you recognize from the populace at Dugan's Hole. And the one down here, as he sort of staggers out, these cells, when you look in them, there are no furnishings. There isn't even a bucket in there. These are very small, very squalid. They didn't even have room to really lie down or anything. And the one over here is a Goliath who starts staggering. And it's like, oh, thank you for letting us out, brother. You don't know him. It's like, my brother Goliath. Thank you for coming to rescue me. Did the tribe know? I don't actually recognize you from the tribe.
Azathoth immediately stiffens up and he says, "Get your hands off of me. I don't know you. We're not from the same tribe."
And he sort of staggers back a little bit with kind of a shocked look and a little bit intimidated. Are you not here to rescue us?
that was not our purpose. But as we are no friend to the Duergar, we have no aversion to setting you free, which you now are. You can go.
And he's trying to grab weapons off of the Duergar right there. He says, "But you would be welcome at Wormdoon Crag, where I'm from. You would be welcome there. We would give you a hero's feast."
No, thank you.
And the sort of small human, he did come out of his cell, but he's been kind of listening with eager attention as you've done this. But I don't understand.
Well, I
What's so
don't need
difficult
to
to
explain
understand?
myself to you, and he just storms out.
And the guy looks kind of baffled at the others of you that are in the hallway and sort of shrugs, and he starts trying to he can't, the armor doesn't actually come off of these guys. And so he doesn't take any that off of him. He does take the hammer. The claw is also part of the armor, so it doesn't come off. But so he takes the hammer and looks at those of you, and he starts heading out. I'm not sure he knows where to go, so he's going to be wandering around. Okay.
I'll turn
What
to
are
the
the rest of
human
you
and
doing?
say, "Hey, if you wanna get out of here, I'd probably follow that guy."
Sounds like a good idea. I'm just a simple hunter. I don't belong here, and he heads
I
off
don't
after the.
care.
That's about right.
Okay. So they head off, and they're going to wander around, and okay, there's nothing up there, so they're going to wander down here. So you guys can wander around as you want as they try and find the way out. All right.
Okay, so if we end up getting up to one of these towers, there's like a path that leads around where we can follow where some of the Duergar went. I don't know what's through these doors though. It might lead to the same place. It might lead somewhere else.
I mean, hop up and just go. Got some rope.
So you guys are going to climb up there.
So I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Gross.
Gross. You have it's not that difficult. You have, especially with no opponents shooting down at you. Do you happen to have what are the claw things called that on the
Grappling
rope?
hook?
The grappling hook. Thank you.
I do have a grappling hook.
All right,
I
grappling
bought
hook
one.
would
Same
make
here.
this. Grappling hook would make it simplicity because you can throw it up here between those, and this is what 20 feet. These are 20 feet up, so Azathoth could very easily get a grappling hook attached sort of between the crenellations there that provided some cover for them.
Yeah, just let me double check, but I'm pretty. Yeah, I do. Because I bought a grappling hook, a shovel, and a mirror the one time we were in town. And everyone's like, what are you going to use a mirror for? I'm like, I don't know, but I want it.
These
Need to
things
have
come
it.
in handy, for signaling or for looking around corners, or for
I just use it to trim my
trimming your beard,
Yeah.
all sorts of things.
All right,
All right.
Angelize is gonna look up, see how high it is, realize, yeah, I can't make that throw. So I'm gonna have the mage hand grab my grappling hook and just lift it up there and hook it on for me.
That totally works. You're all gonna go up the ropes.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay. And you've got the now I assume that Azathoth is carrying rope that is sturdy enough to support Azathoth's weight.
I
The
mean,
basic ropes will handle.
Hemp and rope. It's pretty strong.
It's pretty strong.
Yeah,
pretty
mine's hemping as well.
So is mine.
Okay. So you guys are all doing fine. So you do manage to get up there, and you can see the stairs that go down.
I'll start stealthing just because.
All right, give me your stealth check. All right, and as you come back into here,
Where are we right now?
you can, as you come up to there, you can see in the room here, you can see that there are some tables in there, hexagonal tables, kind of in the middle there. You can see a copper keg over on one. It's lit with a sort of a flickering light that you assume are the same braziers you've seen other places around the halls. You
But
don't see anyone in there, however.
Okay. Give the all clear signal and start creeping forward a little bit more.
Go first.
All right, as soon as everyone's up, I am going to grab my grappling hook and rope and put them back in my backpack.
That would be good, huh?
I mean,
We just don't want to leave.
And
there?
looking down the hall the other direction, yeah, you just see hallways. Yeah, no, you don't have line of sight on Tully's ghost yet. So this is a room full of doorways. It looks like a housing area. It looks like, this is where off-duty guards would be. However, there aren't any here.
Yeah, so I move my
Perfect. Thank you,
ghost.
Tully's.
I move my ghost back into sort of position where we can see it. So down
Okay.
there is where they went. I'm not entirely sure what's up around here. While all this other stuff was going on, did my ghost happen to hear anything coming from the other side of that door?
It heard some indistinct shouting. A shouting tone would have been anger, and then that quieted down pretty quickly. Okay. So yeah, it seems kind of quiet. Where's?
those doors, assumedly.
Giz, where are you? Oh, you're still up there. Okay. As you step up to there, does a 20 hit you? And
Nope.
we can go into initiative. A 20 does not hit you. So a war pick comes out, and this creature.
How did it see me?
You walked right into it.
Fair enough.
It was invisible. It is no longer invisible because it attacked you. Let's roll some initiative. Did I already roll initiative for that guy? I don't think I did. And he does not have advantage. All right. We're doing 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we got everybody, I think. Okay, Andwise, you hear a clattering around the corner where you saw Roro go.
All right, I'm going to move to here, so I'm on the other side. And he swung at my party member, so I'm going to shoot at him.
Yeah, and you were trying to make sure you didn't hit Roro, and it went between them, and it went over here and sizzled into the wall between Roro and the Dwarger. And it gives a loud hiss as it hits the wall because that was a really good shot. Except it didn't hit.
All right, that will finish my turn, leaving the homunculus. Same target.
Yeah, you do not have this guy's number. This guy doesn't even hardly notice that you're attacking him. Are you going to move any further?
I'm gonna move back that way.
All right, Burrow.
Move that way. Probably take the AOP.
Yes, and in fact, let's see here. You get a war pick from him, and you actually get another war pick from the guy standing next to him. Neither of them hit you because you have an insane AC.
Fair.
And these guards are thus revealed.
All right, I will take a shot at the one nearest me.
That is going to be a hit.
No sneak.
Yeah, no sneak. A good solid thunk. It goes into his thigh, and he has a very solid wound, and he's going to limp.
Come over here.
Anything else, Roro?
Yep, just gonna hide.
Out of line of sight.
Mm-hmm.
Give me your stealth. Tallies.
All right. Tallies. Which spell was I using? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move up to here, and then I'm gonna use Tasha's Caustic Brew to send a line that's gonna go down and basically hit both of them.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Does it have to originate with you?
It originates from me, yeah. So I just point it down so it kind of
Yeah.
goes through.
Yeah.
So if I do that,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and I'll have it do, let's say, acid damage.
Okay. All right. And so as a beam of acid comes down, ooh, a bit of rotten food, yummy. Stream of acid emanates from you. All right. Dex saves. 2 of them get dex saves. And they both completely fail. So they are taking 6 acid, and are there any other of each of their turns? So it sticks to them.
ongoing, yeah.
So it sticks to them. So they now have acid coating their scale mail. That's nasty.
That'll be it.
All right. Brings us to Azatov.
I am gonna move forward, and then we're gonna bonk him. The one on the top, please.
Oof. You've got the measure of these hallways, and it slices very, very much straight into it for. Okay.
Yeah, just
Slices right through it.
And then we got another one. 14 misses, I'm assuming.
The 14 misses.
And then the bonus action.
And as you swing around, that connects solidly. Is that still on the other one?
Nope,
The
still
southern
on the
one?
same. It's all
Oh, the first one. Okay. On the
And we'll step
same
back.
guy here. And he is in really bad shape, and you were never within their melee range, so there's no opportunity to attack. Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Landar.
All right, I will rush in to the bottom down here and swing with a short sword.
Ugh. At the bottom one, okay.
All right, and swing
And you
again for
cleave into it. Go ahead. Actually, you don't cleave into it. It's piercing. And with your second strike, you bring it down bloody at your feet.
all right, then following up with a punch to this one.
Okay. That drops, and you punch it straight in the nose, and it drops at your feet too.
All right.
All right. Okay, we are out of initiative.
Well, should we open up this door behind
They never
us?
even got a turn.
I mean,
We ain't come all this way for nothing.
yeah, probably a good idea.
All right, so you are coming up to the door.
I think the first one behind us, like there, and then the one in front. Just to make
I think
Right.
that one behind us leads back to the other room.
probably, but just to be on the safe side, I guess.
I think he just wants to make
Well-
sure we don't get flanked.
Okay,
Well,
so
that, and I don't want
who
to have
is-
to keep climbing a rope.
who is opening which doors?
I'll open the one behind.
All right. So that door, which way is that going to go? It's going to go this way. Oh. Okay, this dynamic lighting's a little wonky. All right, so that opens up into a, so it opens up onto a short corridor, and bolted up to the walls, you can see about a dozen black boxes that are actually tall and narrow, that are giving off kind of a low hum.
I'm guessing it's a
Hum.
tarp. Can I check to see if it's a tarp?
You can check to see if it's a tarp. Give me investigation. You can pretty safely assume it's a tarp.
I do not have advantage.
You can pretty safely assume it's a tarp. You don't notice anything beyond what you've already noticed, other than as you sort of lean in a little bit, the hum starts crackling a bit.
So, does anybody know how to disable these?
I don't even know what it is you said.
It's a trap. Sorry, it's a tarp. It's a trap.
Oh. Huh.
I'm
you
guessing if you
tried-
go in there, you get zapped.
Hitting it really hard?
I had not. If you wish to do so, I'll take a step back.
Hey, Azatov, can you throw this body here, and down through there and see what happens?
Yeah, sure. I'll pick up the Duergar and yeet it down the hall.
Eat it down this hall.
Down the hall
And-
with the trap.
Okay, so you yeet it down into the hall, and a blast of electricity goes out from 2 or 3 of them and zaps into it. Yep,
I'm
it's
just
a
gonna
tarp.
close the door, and I'm gonna
Okay.
make like a pencil gesture, like writing, and we'll hold my hand
Uh-huh.
out to Thales.
And the quill.
Yep. Hand the quill out.
All right,
Over.
I just write on the doors. Trap. Do not open.
We'll get fried.
Problem solved.
Well done.
Okay. Landar, what are you doing over at the other door?
I'm going to test the door handle and see if it is locked.
It is locked.
All right. This door seems to be locked. Should we go down towards the ghost and follow that path, or do we want to push forward through here?
We'll pull out my handy dandy crowbar.
Otherwise known as a skeleton key. This is his skeleton key.
I will use the crowbar to try and force the door.
All right, give me athletics at advantage.
20.
Oh, that easy. And as the double door opens up, this guy is going to... oops, that's not opening his sheet. This is opening his sheet. With his hammer, he's going to thwack at you.
Oh, he's not 10 feet away?
As this opens up, you're within range because you're within
Okay.
The crowbar distance. You're within crowbar distance of it. And so he sort of meets you in the middle and flacks at you. Does a 22 hit?
Yeah.
Ooh, he actually flacks at you. All right. I am not going to bother putting you guys into initiative. You're going to clear this. Actually, I'm going to bother putting you guys into initiative. Even though you're going to clear this out pretty darn fast. Let's go ahead and do initiative. Where did I put his sheet? There's his sheet. These guys are always terrible on initiative, and so there's going to be a full round, and I'd be surprised if they survive the round. And Waislander Roro. I'm missing Azatoth.
I rolled first.
Did you not? Oh, you did. You did not. Didn't have your token selected. I'll get you. Oh, you got it. Alrighty. We start with Endwise.
All right, he took a swing at Azatoth. I'm not happy about that, so let's take a shot at him.
And it goes sizzling past and hits the pillar behind him.
Looks down at the sight on my pistols, trying to figure out why they're missing so badly. And while I'm doing that, the Homunculus will take his shot.
And the Homunculus has better success. It strikes. It's a good solid hit that rattles its armor a bit. -5. Okay. Are you going to move?
Nope.
Azatoth.
Yeah. You're gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
Let's attack
Very
the
likely.
hammerer.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is a hit.
Then I will also use a charge from the tattoo.
Okay. Give me the charge from the tattoo.
Bunk. For an extra 11. I gain 5.
Oh, and you almost mush him in a single hit.
I'm glad I didn't, because now I get to hit him again. Whop.
You do get to hit him again, except you don't hit him again because he's oofed from the last one and it whoops over his head. Oh. Yeah, that hits him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that drops him at your feet, and you can grin at the hammerer behind him.
We will move forward. Right there.
All right, and as you do...
Oh, no.
let's see. How do I open... Should have had his thing up. All right. And a blade whoofs past you, and that makes this guy visible. And I shall show him to you guys because this guy looks a little different. All right. He sort of tries to woof at you, but it misses. Anything else, or are you going to stop there?
That's action, bonus action. I'm done.
Yeah, but you hadn't moved your entire movement, so I didn't know if you were going to continue moving.
No.
Roro.
Move up there. And shoot twice, opening round. At the guy that just swung at him and became visible.
Okay. The 16 hits. I don't
Those
think you have advantage, so the other one does not hit.
What's the light like here?
Kind of dimish.
When he's a gloomstalker, when he's in dim light, or is it only darkness?
I think it's dark. It's absolutely. They have to use dark vision.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, and he's standing right next to me with my mage hand holding a lantern out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I will then move over here though. And then a turn.
And as you do, you run into, you actually stop right about there because you run into a guy.
Oh, hi.
Actually, I'm going to let him take a hit at you just because you ran into him. Not that it does any good. These guys roll terribly. Okay, so you did not. You have used what? 15 feet of your movement.
10.
10
But
feet.
yeah, I guess I'll just yeah, I'll move up one more, and then I'll just stay there.
Okay, Tallies.
All right. Let's see. I guess I'll move up a little. Yeah, I'll move it to here, and I'll throw a firebolt at this guy down here.
Yeah,
But
that
all the
hits.
damage,
All the damage, yes.
and that's it.
You singe his beard and it enrages him and makes him mad. Landar.
All right, I'm gonna rush forward through here to get to this guy. So I'm gonna go right past this guy.
Yes, you are, and yes. No, he's already taken his reaction. He can't do anything.
Yep. So rushing up to here and attacking this guy with the short sword.
Okay. And you go to plunge it into him, and he nimbly sort of turns aside, and it angles off of his armor. But the second strike plunges directly into him for 9 piercing. Oof! Except it was kind of tangled up. It kind of tangled up in him, which put you a little off balance when you went to do your strike with your fist.
All right. Did all that, and then that's where I'm staying.
All right. And it is now their turn. So we're going to start with the hammer, who is going to attack back at Lander. And if I can find his sheet, come on. Oh, there it is over here. It was hiding. And it sweeps with one side with the claw, which misses, and the other side comes around with his hammer, and that will hit, I think, for a good solid on the side of your shoulder, bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
The one facing off immediately here with Roro is going to attack with his blade. Actually points his finger at you before he swings his blade. And so that gives him advantage on his attack. Does that get through your insane AC?
It does, both actually.
Thank you. So it deals an extra 3 damage, so that'll be a total of 12 force damage on that. And this one steps over his compatriot and hits at you, and oh look, it's a natural 20. Let's come here. Give me this. Oh, come on. Can't get to the deck because it's behind the turn order. And actually, I'm going to get rid of this natural one because that's from last session, not this session. It's a natural 20 that he has on his. So we're gonna. Where's his saw blade? So I'm going to do damage twice. He did not have advantage, so it does not do the extra 3. Actually, he did have advantage. I can have him point 2. So it'll do an extra 6. So that is going to be 18 points of damage that comes behind you from his blade as it batters into you. And I think the other guy was already dead, so that will move us on. And then He is not going to step back. It wouldn't do him any good. All right, Andwise.
All right. Well, I saw the one come up behind Roro, so I'm going to take a shot at him.
And you will hit solidly. Ugh. That sizzles right into him, and he drops. That burns a hole right through him that practically goes through to Azathoth behind him as he drops. So Roro got a hit from in the back, and then it dropped as he turned to look behind him. The guy was already on the floor.
And then my homunculus will take a shot at the other one that Roro is fighting.
Okay. And that is a hit.
And then I will move up to the doorway.
All right. Azathoth.
Is that one dead? I can't see.
The one right here is dead.
Okay, so it's
The one
just
behind.
the bottom and then the front.
Yep,
We'll
so
take the
there's
one on the bottom
that guy
first.
here, and okay, the one on the bottom first, the one by Roro.
Yep.
That is a miss. That one's a hit. Nice, solid hit. That drops him, cleaves right through his arm, and he bleeds out at Roro's feet. So Roro has death all around him.
14 against this guy is a miss, right?
14 against that guy is a miss.
Okay, then step back.
As you go
and
back
I'll
to
end
do
my
that,
turn.
it clangs into the bars behind him. I'm sorry, I missed the last thing you said.
I end my turn.
All right, Roro. You are no longer in melee range of any of the bad guys.
Slightly injured though. But yeah, I will. I guess just from where I'm standing, I'll just take a shot at the remaining one over there.
Okay.
And
That is a solid hit. It's for 12.
end of turn.
Allies.
Ollie's is going to fling another firebolt in that guy's direction.
All right. Oh, except it sizzles past him into the bars.
That's it.
Landar.
All right, going for my 3 attack combo here.
That is a hit for 7. That is a miss. That is a miss. And you're going, ow, as that last one banged hard into the iron bars as it ducked and weaved around you.
All right, that's it.
All right. So this lonely hammer is going to do his thing to slash with his claw and pounce with his hammer, and the claw swings around and misses, and it tangles up his hammer. These guys are really dreadful. They are so terribly dangerous to you. All right. Brings us back around to Andwise.
All right, he's the only one standing, so that's where I'm going to try to hit.
Yep. Sizzles past him as he easily sidesteps it.
And then the homunculus. I'm within 30, right? Yep.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice solid hit. The thing is hanging on by a thread as it bangs back into there. It looks, like it's being kind of rattled. It is still up, though. Are you going to move?
Nope.
Azathoth put this thing out of its misery.
I stab it. Yeah. Do I even need to roll?
You do not even need to roll. The poor thing had 1 hit point. You cut it in two as your glaive then strikes the wall behind it. So let's now that you can take a breath and look at the room around you.
Did you just say rest? That's what I heard.
No breath. Are you going to try and take a rest? Let me see here.
I know we didn't take one previously because I don't have spell slots.
Yeah, you have not taken one since the throne room. Oh, come on. Here we go. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble getting this. All right. So you've got featureless stone pillars supporting the vaulted city of this chamber, and then there's an iron portcullis at the end. A stone lever juts out of the back wall in the alcove to the south. So down here by where Roro is, out of the wall, juts a lever. And looking through the bars, which Azathoth can do from where he is, it's an unlit room. Do you have dark vision?
I do.
Okay, so you can see that there are 4 alcoves on each of the north and south walls, and you can catch just a glimmer of an iron chest behind bars. So there's a portcullis right next to you. There are portcullises inside the room, and you can catch just a glimpse of iron chests.
Say no more. I will promptly begin pulling up on the portcullis to try and gain entry. Wait a minute. Do we have the key? No, because this isn't a prison. Prison key probably won't work here. Never mind.
Yeah, so we have
Prison key does not. You don't even see.
All right. Well, lifting up the portcullis it is. Am I strong enough? Do I need to check?
I mean, there's a stone switch over here.
Let's see.
Oh, there is a switch. Hey, you pull the switch.
Pull the switch.
Okay, you pull the switch.
And the floor opens and you're all dead.
Nothing seems to happen with the portcullises.
Good idea. Pull the switch.
I mean, I just said the buzzer switch.
They start trying to lift the portcullis again.
You are able to lift it.
What?
I'm not sure if you caught it, but I did a channel magic through the homunculus. That 6 is at Landar, the 9's at Roro.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And where's this chest? Is it inside one of the chambers?
There are chests in each of those niches behind
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
portcullises.
8.
Yeah, no, you are not able to lift the portcullis. And wise, you notice in the wall over by you, there's sort of a it almost looks like a handprint on the wall, or something sort of similar. Part of it.
Hey, Azathoth, do me a favor. Grab that dead guy next to you and bring him over here.
We're gonna do the spy movie. I'm gonna take the dead guy and place his hand on the wall.
Seems like a thing.
All right, we'll do that.
And I can't pick him up, so it's either you pick him up or I cut his hand off to do it.
I think that might actually be less effort to sever their hand. Let's find out. I'm gonna hold out their arm and make a swift chop with the tip of the glaive.
You cut the hand off.
That's right. Less effort.
I'm not going to make you roll for it.
And I toss the severed hand over to you.
All right, I will catch the severed hand and then hold it up to the handprint on the wall.
Remember, it's freshly severed, so I would imagine you just got like spattered with.
So as you do it, you look at it. It's not quite shaped right.
Okay, how's it not shaped right?
So looking at it, no, it is the correct
off
hand.
Another Duergar's hand. Try this one instead.
So not shaped right. It so he just has a hand, and looking at it, you can see that it looks like it's shaped for something that is a little more structured and pointy.
What?
Like the hammerer's claw?
That's what I was just gonna say. Like
that's a good. So looking at it, it's like yeah, no, that's not it either.
What about a Quaggoth?
It's probably
Would a Quaggoth's claw look like
Quaggoth.
it fits?
With Andwise's tinkering, you might guess some sort of a gauntlet.
It's probably on the king or emperor, whatever the hell's arm. Then, if it's a gauntlet. I mean,
why haven't we killed them yet? That's literally like the last thing we need to do to claim this place. Like, haven't we been trying to find? Like, no, we did find the throne room, and they weren't freaking there.
Nope, they're not here. I don't know.
Where'd the guide go? They were supposed to show us where to go and navigate through this place. This is unacceptable. I think we need to seriously reconsider her membership. Or at least make her pay dues or something. I mean, it's she can't be an adventure capitalist if she's running off.
It's true. It's true. I mean, so go search where we haven't yet.
Oh, what a noble idea! Let's search the places we haven't. Where is it exactly?
So where are you guys going?
I don't know. Wherever we didn't.
All right.
Back out, and I mean, hey, that's your Spectre, right? Anything over there?
There's doors. The actual Duergar that ran away that were up on one of the platforms came this way.
Aha!
All right, so your ghost cannot go through things.
It can't go through solid objects. No, it can't go through walls and stuff.
All right, so it kind of bounces off something here. Let me get a couple of.
It can go through people.
It can go through people.
It can go through
Okay.
people, but not objects.
It can go through people, but you're right up there next to it, so you are going to get just barely catch a flash as a blade of energy forms, and two of them come out at you. One's a crit, the other one's a 21, so we're gonna and so you get extra 3 on each of those, and these two guys are no longer hidden.
Extra 3 on the crit.
Invisible.
Because it's a die roll.
What?
Nice. Spartan knows.
It's a D3.
A D6, yeah.
Yeah, so if it crits, you double all dice because it's die roll.
Yeah, you don't roll.
No. So you've got +6. Oh yes, you're right. So it's +6, +6, +4, +3.
10.
Yes.
Spartan
So all of that goes for that, and we are back into initiative, I suppose. That seems kind of a waste because by the time you get to them, they're going to be dead. But what the heck?
I'd just like to declare the rule of we win.
Probably true.
Oh no, we rolled like poop. They'll get a turn to hit us, and then we win.
Oh, they rolled unusually well. I should have these guys roll the initiative more often. Who am I missing? Azatoth again. Azatoth, you
What?
aren't
I
selecting your token.
clicked it. Yeah,
Weird.
They didn't add it either, and stream can clearly see my token is selected.
Yes,
So-
yes. Add turn.
I
Your first one was a
rolled
12.
12.
All right. Roro.
Step this way and shoot that one. Twice.
Oh, yeah. Alrighty. So this thing takes. I assume you want the sneak attack on the crit rather than the other one?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So that is 17, 20, 38. Yeah, and
That's a lot of damage.
yeah, he. You know what? That arrow goes right through the one guy and into the other guy, and it kills both of them.
We win.
I mean, he shouldn't have been standing there.
I mean, that's enough damage. So yeah. Anyways, you win. Ta-da! Okay. Like Azatoth said, I declare the rule that we win.
Seems like a thing.
Alrighty. So you have door over here. You have a door over here.
I mean, there's
All right.
people.
Um,
Wait a minute. I'm gonna run. I'm
as-
gonna run forward like here, and just start
Mhm.
swinging my glaive in the hall.
Actually, I was going to take a shot down that hall right after he dropped those other two, just in case.
Okay. And the glaive clatters into the wall, and the laser shots shoot into the wall.
Oh, this way's safe.
Oh, a crit against the wall. Oh, I love it. Sizzles.
Safe-ish.
Sizzles and yeah. Practically carves into the door there.
Well, it's probably safe to say if nothing's there, then nothing's being protected over there compared to this side.
I'm just gonna peek inside the room.
You are going to peek inside the room.
Yeah.
So
Because we're.
So inside the room, you see the people there are clearly aware of the sounds of combat outside. That their braziers glowing and lighting this room a little brighter than others. The walls of this have closed iron sarcophagi standing on their end. In the there's a Duergar over on the side, shackled to a chair, just covered with blisters, and a pair of hooded Duergar are prodding her with hot iron rods, searing her flesh and causing her to bellow in agony, and that's some of the shouting that was heard. There's another one standing sort of nearby, kind of looking on and all this, but he periodically gives nervous glances over to the door, and he's actually one that you had followed. Let's see, he's throwing firebolts at the door in front of him in case anyone's behind the first two. Okay, and the fire sort of splashes against the door. It is watching watching over them, but he looks like he is has his what's his weapon again? His war pick. And he looks like he's kind of watching at the door, ready to lunge forward and hit anything that comes through the door. Oh, actually, that's the wrong one. You were looking inside this one over here, weren't you?
Yeah.
Never mind. You didn't hear any of that.
Hear any of what?
Oh, exactly. So there's two beds in this room, standing against the south wall. One of them's got a nice, well-tanned Yeti hide draped across it, and at the foot of each of the beds is a stone chest, with next to a stack of sealed copper kegs. It is sort of dimly lit by glowing coals in braziers around the room. It looks like a well-appointed guest room.
Place for rest.
Should definitely rest.
So are you going to go into that room and attempt to rest?
No, I'm gonna regroup with the party. So, is it clear over there?
I don't know.
I haven't.
Let's go have a look.
Yeah, I haven't checked the door yet.
Okay, the door is not locked, and you're starting to open it.
I'm going to
Yep.
ready in action that if there's an enemy on the other side, I'm going to throw a firebolt down it. Sick of all
Okay,
of
so
these
the
surprise
door
rounds.
opens, the war pick, so Landar opens it, the war pick comes out flying at Landar that I described earlier that nobody actually saw, and the firebolt goes off towards it.
Well,
So
you
this is all
described
going
this
to happen
earlier?
sort of simultaneously. What? No,
What?
no, sorry, I totally didn't. The war pick comes out, the war pick comes out and hits Landar.
Lando,
That's different.
buddy, what are you doing in the front?
Oh my goodness.
Was checking doors.
And the firebolt does hit this guy, drops, and he's actually one of the guys you followed earlier, and he drops down dead.
Oh, the guards that ran away. Look
This
at that.
is one of the guards that
set
ran
up an
away.
ambush.
And two guys, the two sort of hooded and masked guys, turn around and are looking at you with the hot irons in their hand.
Yeah, poor day to be you.
Yep. Okay.
Let's see here.
In Undercommon, Tallies will say, "You folks are about to have a very bad day."
It'll be over.
Oh, these guys are more intelligent than the other guys.
Well,
So,
we're not
the
offering them the chance, though. I mean,
one of them is shouting out that what do you want? As all right, let's see here. Descending. Do I have everybody? I have everybody. Roro. They've turned and hissed. They've got the hot irons in their hands.
Where's your boss? Or where's the whatever, the warlord of this area? Now just knock a bow and wait for if they make a attacking move, I'll shoot one of them.
He left when that one came in, pointing at the dead guy.
Where does he usually stay? End of turn.
They usually stay look at you kind of baffled and don't know how to answer that. Endwise.
All right, I'm going to move to here and take a shot at the one in the back.
Okay.
Basically that one right there.
Yep.
And the way my shots have been going, I'm going to use inspiration.
Yeah. That is a very solid hit. And this does it have? No, it doesn't. All right. That's a solid hit for 24. Ooh, ouch. That thing blasts a hole right through it, but it is still standing.
And then my homunculus will take a shot at the same one.
All right. Good Lord. And it oofs back with the force of that. Are you going to move?
No, once the homunculus goes, that means it's the end of my turn.
Excellent. Tallies.
All right. Bonus action. Ghost moves in, making sure there's no more surprises. Tallies will move over to here, and not that. Oh no, yeah, let's go for this person.
The one that looks in bad shape with laser holes in it?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. Oh, it's going to have a lightning hole to go with the laser hole. And Tolly's, you just get this sort of smug expression on your face as it exactly sears through with exactly the right amount to drop it. So the hooded figure drops
that's
down.
it.
Okay, that's a tough.
5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 5, 10, 15, 20. There we go. That's better. We'll attack the one on the top.
Okay. That's the only combatant still around. Because this guy is shackled.
16.
Those both hit.
We're...
As the glaive slices through it. Go for it.
Yeah, I'm going to use charges on both of those. Because I want to heal. So
Okay,
that's
20.
20. That.
29. All right, that's enough to drop it. So your 2 strikes go through, and the first one slices down one side, and the other side completes the cut, and it drops into 2 pieces. It's in 2 pieces, and 0.
All right.
All right, so you have a charred and shackled Dwargar in front of you on a chair.
Where's your king?
I don't know. He left.
You're going to quit lying to me. There's no need to protect him anymore. Oh, he left again. How long
Think I'm protecting him? As he breathes, you think I'm protecting him? This guy's in really bad shape, actually. He's in really bad shape. He sort of juts his chin over and gestures kind of over towards this area of the room.
What can we expect to find on the other side of this door? And point to the southern one.
I don't know. I don't usually spend time in here. I think some sort of storage or thing.
Well, we'll investigate it. Unless you decide to become useful, you're just going to hang there. So, toodaloo.
So do you move down and open the door to the south?
I want to check where he motioned to before.
Okay, give me investigation. Yes, I think so. All right. With your investigation skills, you are able to dig around, and you're able to find a crack where a door is. And in fact, as you find it, it flatches and comes open into a narrow corridor.
Aha.
Wait.
Waiting.
Maybe we should take the opportunity to catch our breath?
Maybe we should.
Tolly's, that closet next to you has an amazing array of tools and devices. There are whips and mallets and barbed scourges and spiked chains and more branding irons and hooks and thumb screws and pliers and shears and a beautiful array of knives, all laid out on nicely laid out on hooks and on shelves and things like that. although even though it's a nice and impressive array, they have not actually been cleaned, and so there are bits of kind of gore and so forth all over.
Whenever we do lay claim to this fort, this room will be mine. Yes. It has plenty of implements for me to entertain my gentlemen callers, and
Seems like a thing.
this is
Yeah,
my room.
totally.
Get out of my room. Get out of my room.
It's already got the manacles set up on the
Yeah,
walls.
manacles and whips and it's like
Sometimes just having to go.
Oh. All right. So
Try to catch our breath, I think.
this is
short rest.
a very narrow stone walkway, and you can tell there's another sort of similar door at the other end.
There was the room on the eastern end of the hall. It
Yeah,
had-
that bedroom.
had bedroom. It had beds and other conveniences. More importantly, there was only one entrance. So if we wanted
But-
to lay roots and take a rest, it might be a good place to do so.
And I wholeheartedly agree, except for, and I pointed at the Druger on the wall.
Ah.
If we leave,
I'm pretty sure he's not going anywhere.
well, I mean, if he starts making noise, I don't know.
You can
I'm gonna
let me
look back
free.
I'm gonna look back in the closet of doom. Is there like a ball gag or something in there? Like it's just
Absolutely. If you want a ball gag, there's a ball gag in there.
All right,
Yes.
well, and I'm gonna strap that to our friend's head, and he's not gonna be a nuisance anymore.
Yeah, and he tries to. It takes you a little bit to get him because he's thrashing around and trying to get away from, trying to avoid it and all. But
Yeah,
you
as he's doing it,
ultimately prevail.
Tallies will say, "I would take the ball gag because the other option is his sock and a belt."
just sort of stop and look at you, kind of express. It's like, I mean, this guy's lady. I guess this lady's a mess.
You would not believe how much my feet sweat in these boots.
And he's drank out of it too, and then put the foot back in.
Yeah, I can
Yes,
I can still taste it.
That's the dude. That sounds so weird.
So, are you guys going to retreat back to the guest chamber
Yes.
Yes.
with the really nice Yeti skin and all that? All right. So, what are you going to do to secure the room? Tell me how we're securing the room.
All right, I want to check the walls to make sure there isn't any more like secret passages.
You're able to take plenty of time doing this, and you do not find any. It looks reasonably secure in here.
Is it safe to assume the doors open into the room?
Yes.
Then there you go. We'll hammer and pitten, the pittons around the jamb of the door to keep it shut, and then we'll remove the pittons when it's time for us to leave.
So I'm gonna keep
Wouldn't
my
it just be
ghost.
easier to slide one of the beds up against the door, and as the top, that's where you're sleeping?
What are you saying?
Because then anyone coming in has to move the bed and you.
Calling me fat?
You know exactly what I'm saying. And yes, I am.
Oh, hurtful. And
Feels
accurate.
rude.
All right. So you're going to attempt to take a rest.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing before we do. So I've got some oil.
Wait a minute. I don't
I'm gonna
sleep.
Pour,
I wouldn't be in a bed.
I'm gonna pour some oil in like these squares here. I have a flask of oil. I'm gonna pour some oil all over the floor, and then I'm gonna keep my ghost in this room, and he's pretty much just gonna keep an eye on the oil because if something comes through that's invisible, doesn't mean that its footsteps don't, do anything. So that's what my
Correct.
ghost is gonna do.
I guess if we're taking time to secure the area, I do believe I have some ball bearings that will scatter outside the door, so that if anybody does creep up on the door,
I'm taking care of the hallway right now.
no, I'm using these ball bearings regardless because they're in my equipment list, and I need to make them not there. So
All right, that'll save me the trouble of using mine then.
So, Handwise, what are
because
you
Athatop
doing?
definitely won't stoop down and pick them all up.
Why not just do both of them and have a bunch of ball bearings out there?
Yep. No, I think he was gonna alarm.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. I heard I wasn't gonna use mine then, so my bad.
Okay.
All right, so we have a ghostly sentry, an alarm, and ball bearing trap, and a barricaded door.
Yep.
Is that 4 layers of protection enough to net us a rest?
Yes.
A long rest.
In case anybody's
You can
Wait,
attempt
wait.
to take a long rest, but I imagine something will happen before, something will happen before then, but you are barricaded in at any rate.
Hollis,
So you're going to
don't
attempt to
you
take
know
a long
Tiny
rest?
Hut?
Or doesn't who have it?
You, the wizard, don't you have Tiny Hut?
I don't actually. I still have the trinket that lets me use Tiny Hut. Didn't we get a trinket that lets us use it once?
Mhm. Yeah, from the
I have the
Twinga.
trinket.
You have a
yeah.
Twinga charm.
I mean,
that works too.
we probably don't need to use it though, because that's 1 time.
Then why did you bring it in?
Well, I don't know. Well, because if he could just cast it, that's not 1 time. That's any time.
Yeah, that's fair.
But no, I don't. I don't have Tiny Hut.
Worthless wizard. Worthless. Next, you're gonna say you don't know identify.
Magic missile.
we did a whole thing getting me a pearl so I could use Identify.
All right. So we are watching the entrance over here. We have alarms set up for tripping. We have ball bearings set up.
Door's
And
barricaded.
the door is barricaded. Yes. Let me actually note that as well. All right. And the door is barricaded with pythons. All right. We shall call it there, and we shall start next time with what you hear out in the hallway while you are resting.
Wait a minute. I just thought about it. We're gonna do this, right? We're gonna do all this to take a rest, and it'll be dawn. It'll be her character trying to find us, setting off the alarm, tripping on the ball bearings, banging on the door.
I mean,
Nope,
if they were a
no.
good guide, they would be here. Just say
that's what you get for wandering off while we're trying to clear a fortress.
I mean, they are Duergar, so it's fair. It's
Yep. All the things that would be trippable are trippable.
All right. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. I appreciate you being here. Especially want to say thank you to everyone with their kind words and support. I'll see you again tomorrow, 7 o'clock, Tomb of Annihilation. We're going to try and get things back on schedule. Thank you and good night.